Japan has a long history of whaling, and this history is an important part of why they continue the hunt. Attempts to stop the nation's whaling are considered a threat by the Japanese to their culture. A sense of pride also fuels Japan's commitment to whaling. To some, the words and actions of these oppose Japanese whaling and the claim of culturally and unnecessary harsh. Over the 29 years since it has been banned, over 25,000 whales have been killed in the name of science research.
So I think whaling's wrong. Whales are beautiful animals, they're endangered. It's wrong that they get hunted so roughly around the oceans and stuff, and we should do more to protect them as an endangered species.
The reason that I think whaling is bad is because whales are creatures that are beautifully designed, and they have important qualities that if we lose them, then we're going to lose a whole species that are an amazing creature that are an important part of wildlife under the sea, which I think is really important.
I'm totally against whaling. Whaling should be made totally illegal. The Japanese continue to whale under the disguise of scientific investigation, but what we really know is that they're using it to serve back in restaurants as a delicacy and the other byproducts from whales. Whales are an important part of the ecosystem, and they do no harm to anybody. They're a beautiful creature, and it certainly should be stopped.
So I think that whaling is cruel, and I think that it's based on the demand for whaling in terms of meat, and I think that as far as if the demand isn't met or if it falls, then the whaling industry is also going to collapse, which is ultimately what I would be an advocate for. And I think that despite bans on commercial whaling and trade in whale products, countries like Japan, Norway and Iceland, who still kill up to 2,000 whales a season, are benefiting off of a trade which is ethically and morally wrong. Even though particular bans have been put in place for whaling under the International Whaling Commission, there have still been about 30,000 whales being killed ever since it's been put into effect. So that says that people are still getting away with the excuse of research purposes for whaling. So that is still unfortunate, and I still think that that's unnecessary and cruel.
Whaling is actually what drove a lot of human innovation, especially around the Atlantic area. They associate whaling with a lot of the things that we associate with technology, like bow and arrow was probably invented around the whaling era, and it forced whole communities to stay in one spot, which led to a lot of good technical innovations. And whaling includes humans as a part of a food chain, and all ecological food chains have a place. On the flip side, whaling is a terrible thing because whales are beautiful creatures, and in the past 200 years we've hunted a lot of species almost to the brink of extinction. In particular, the blue whale, which is the largest living thing that's ever known to have lived on the planet Earth